This training pertains to the prevention of invasive pests. JB Hunt drivers take this training because our company voluntarily partners with a supply chain security program led by U.S. Customs and Border Protection. As their partner, we work to ensure that our nation is safe from invasive pests, which threaten our forests and agricultural commodities. How does a driver at JB Hunt participate in this effort? By taking reasonable steps to keep your cargo and your trailer or container clean and clear of any contaminants. What you have to understand is that the risk of pest contamination is greatest at packing loading locations. To reduce this risk, appropriate measures should be in place while the trailing equipment is in your control. That is where this training comes into play. Our objectives are as follows. We want to understand why pest contamination is such a concern. We'll look at examples of pest contamination, and we'll highlight ways that you can prevent contamination from taking place. Quickly, let's understand what pest contamination is. Pest contamination is the presence of organisms or material that is not the manifested cargo within one's trailer or container. This would include visible forms of animals, insects, or other invertebrates in any life cycle stage. It would include any organic material of animal origin, including blood, bones, hair, flesh, secretions, excretions. It would include plants or plant products, including fruit, seeds, leaves, twigs, roots, bark. It would also include any other organic material, like fungi or soil. Why is such contamination a concern? Look at its impact. Agriculture is the largest industry and employment sector in the United States, with more than $1 trillion in annual economic activity. The greatest risk to the success of this industry are exotic plant pests and foreign animal diseases. Currently, invasive species cause an estimated $136 billion in lost agriculture revenue annually. What's so dangerous about soil in your trailer? Soil in your trailer is transplanted soil. It traveled from its natural origin to your destination however many miles away. And then, from your trailer, the soil can be tracked into new territory, or say a sensitive facility, by something as big as a forklift or as small as your shoe. This soil can harbor foreign animal diseases, invasive insects, and weed seeds. Microscopic worms may be present in the soil. These organisms can do great harm to a new environment, and they can be exceedingly difficult to eradicate. Soil isn't the only concern. What about plant material? Plant material poses a risk to agricultural commodities because it can carry plant pathogens and harbor insects. We have to watch out for animal waste as well. Animal waste, such as blood or manure, can harbor and spread foreign animal diseases. Consider this. A single gram of contaminated manure can contain enough avian influenza virus to infect 1 million birds. That's an amount the size of a dime. What about seeds? When exposed to a new environment, seed contaminants can pose a real threat to an area's natural habitat. It's therefore important to monitor your vehicle and your cargo for the presence of weed seeds and vacuum as needed. Remember, not all seeds fall to the floor. Some seeds easily blow around in the air and attach themselves to wooden pallets and crates. Keep a close eye on all wood packaging for this very reason. What can you do to prevent contamination? Much of it boils down to a handful of simple practices. Avoid parking your vehicle in wastewater or manure. Park the trailing equipment on paved areas if at all possible. Inspect the trailing equipment prior to loading and unloading. When applicable, sweep, vacuum, and wash trailing equipment to remove contaminants. Store, cover, and clean pallets, dunnage, crates, and all equipment as needed. Should you notice any contaminants, immediately contact management and take pictures or videos of the matter for documentation purposes. By taking these measures, you will be doing your part to prevent the spread of invasive pests. You will also be working to keep our nation's largest industry and employment sector safe from harm.